Hello, good day. Welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed, please do so. And if you have, thank you so much. At the end of this video, kindly leave a comment how helpful this video has been to you. This is EDUGOLD Learners Consult. I am Christiana Ndumnego. So today we are going to be exploring a whole lot of do-yourself ideas, DIY ideas, how you can make your preschool reading hands-on. There is a new normal now with the COVID-19 and the resumption of some schools. Some still have their dates anticipating. Some are yet to get a date. But there's a new normal now. The modalities of resumptions are different from what we used to know. And there's a need to crunch some subject. There's a need to eliminate some. And most of us still feel like we still want to do all that we are doing. So this is to help you still achieve your learning goals while you do all that you were doing before. But it's going to be with a little twist. It's not going to be as we know it. I have come to realize that the more you make activities hands-on for kids, the faster it is you achieve the learning goal you have for them concerning that learning area. So this, I will show you things you will do for preschoolers or early years, however you call them, so that their learning will be swifter, more fun, faster, and they'll be more engaged. Yes, that is the key word. They should be more engaged. So the first picture I have here, I've basically just got so many pictures here, but I'm going to be describing to you how you make them. So this is one of those things you do impromptu. Let's say you appear in a class and you think you need to teach reading today and you were not really prepared. Mind you, I strongly advise that we should always prepare for our classes, especially if you're going to do it hands-on. You have to prepare a week ahead with all your activity. But this is a quick one in those days that you really don't have something at hand and you want them to learn reading. Simply cut out your colored papers and use your marker and write out. If you are doing CVC words like we have here, the CVC words are the consonant, vowel, consonant, like the 3-letter words. If you are doing that, you write out 2 of the alphabet and you leave out 1. So what the child needs to now do is to use their alphabets, the alphabet of tangible alphabets they have in class, the ones they can touch and see like you see in this picture, to now fill in the missing space. And as they fill it in, they sound it out, they pronounce it, then you know their loopholes and you guide them, you correct them, you put them through, and they are reading. So you have a bunch of them on the table or on the floor, have them sit around, pick one, complete it, you say, oh yes, this is correct, no, this is not correct. And that is that. What this will achieve for them, they are blending their words, they are getting their spellings, and they are having fun. The next one we have here, yes, I have 2 pictures because I want to give you 2 options. The option 1 is you just get a paper, write out many words, separate them like we have here. Then you should have your miniature objects in the class. You should have a little fish, you should have a ball, you should have a cup, you should have a pen, you should have a star. So all of these things that you have in class, mix them up in a bowl and then spell them all out on a large cardboard paper, and have the learner pick the fish and place it where the fish is spelled, pick the ball and place where the ball is spelled, and watch them do this. Let them finish, you correct them. For your paper not to be moving around and making a mess in the class, when you give them this work, you stick it on the floor or you stick it on the table, whichever one they are working with. If they are working on the floor, you use your sticky tape and stick it on the floor. So the child just sits near it with the bowl of objects and he says, okay, this is a fish, and he puts it here. Alternatively, if you don't have those little objects, which I strongly advise that you should, you can also have laminated objects like I have on this side. These are little cutout papers. This is one for cup. This is a map or a mat. No, it's a map. This is a bat. This is a cat. This is a cap. And I think this is hug. They're hugging themselves. So you have these things already in your class. You have cut them out. For them to be durable, you will need to laminate them so that even if they drop in water, water drinks spill on them, they fall on the floor, they can last you a term or a session. So have these cutouts. So many pictures, as many as you can. Mind you, they should be within the strength of the word of the learners of your class. If your learners have not gone beyond 3-letter words or CVC words, make sure you do not make those objects available. Make available the objects that they can work with. So again, he picks the cat. This is cat here, it's cut out. He puts it here, picks the cup. Sorry about that. He picks the cup, places it here, and on he's going, he's spelling, he's identifying, he's matching, and he's reading. Then for this, it's like the one we have just concluded. You again have pictures laminated, little pictures. You should have a container that you group these pictures, maybe by their alphabets, the first sound, or whichever groupings you want to do, but have them in containers labeled and grouped so that learning will be swift and easy. As soon as the child is through, he knows or she knows exactly where to put them back. And tomorrow, if they're interested in that activity again, they go there themselves, they pick it and they do the activity on their own. So here, there are pictures here. The children are directed to use the alphabets and the sounds they have in class and spell out what they see. This is a stem. The arrow is on the stem. So the child does stem. And then he goes STEM, stem. Puts it aside, picks the next card, and on they are reading. They are having fun. They are touching what they are reading, and they are spelling. So these are also falling in the same category with the previous. Now they've been asked to sort. This is for consonant blending. Krr. Everything under here has to be krr. Krr. Another way to make this stay so that it doesn't move around while the activity is going on is use a sticky tape behind these three. A sticky tape behind here, and behind here. So you give the child all the mixtures of all of these and have the child stick them. If you notice, they are mixed up. Some of them are pictures, some of them are words. It actually builds deep thinking for the child. The child has to go between the object and the spelling and the object and the spelling, and you need high level of concentration for this age to do this. And this is a super engaging work for the learner. Like we have crayon, we have crack. Then the next one is for the first sound of words. Now this will already have picture and the word together. Mind you, the other ones do not have the spellings or the word written with the picture. They should be separate so that the child is not given any clue or idea. He has to make it out or she has to make it out herself. Now this is a bathtub. So there is a blank space, an O, and a B. So the child looks for what is supposed to be here to match this picture. Simply use the clip and clip it there. How is it made? You get your wooden clips, you print out your sounds on papers, laminate them. Yes, don't always forget, laminate them. It makes them firm, it makes them handy, and it keeps them safe. After laminating them, you use your glue and glue it to the clip. So the child simply picks the clip and hangs it, picks the clip and hangs it. This kind of learning, another thing it does for the children is it pulls out words out of a book. So it makes them curious, it makes them sensitive to pick out words everywhere. They don't restrict reading to a book. So if they are passing on with their parents in a car or on the street, they just look and they see anywhere they see sounds, they blend them. But restricting reading to books tend to make kids think that until they have picked up a book, they will not read. But pulling it out like this make them read everything on the street. So please, by all means, make sure you incorporate this. Yes, so this is one of my favorite. This one can last you so long if you do it well. So these are words from A to Z. You prepare this. Like, okay, the card, you can read card. The first card all the cards will have all the vowel sounds at this corner. There's the corner I'm pointing. You have A, E, O, all lined up here. And then when you have picked that, you start, obviously you can't use A because A is already a vowel. So you start with B, your B. Now this is the card here. You go ba, bat. Then on the second vowel, you go B, bet. On the third, E, you go B, beat. And you do that for B, you do that for C, you do that for D. E is a vowel, you skip it. So you do that for all the consonants in the 26 alphabets. Yes, so these, they will pick it up, blend it, read it. One of the fun thing and the interesting thing about these things is that while the child is eating, maybe it's break time or they are playing, they can always pick up an activity and do. It doesn't restrict to, oh, we've submitted all our books, so time to learn has ended. No. A child is eating, a child can have one card and he's looking at it and he's trying to understand what is on it. And the child some other children are playing break time, another kid can pick another card and sit by the corner and do it their thing. So it's not strictly restricted to learning periods. Yes, I love this one. Why? Because it combines a whole lot of things. Now I'll explain what it is. This is a paper that you write, I know CVC words. CVC words, like I said, are your consonant, vowel, consonant words. They must have a vowel in the middle. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. You prepare this on your system and print out, and then you laminate. And then the first box says place it. The next says tap it. The third says build it. And this says draw it. And this one says write it. This has to go with a marker. When the children are using these, they can't use pencils, they have to use a marker. The marker can show on the laminated paper and they can clean it. That's why they have a marker here. We have a marker here and a duster here. Now, you have prepared all these pictures that you have in class already, your tiny pictures for reading, many of them. But these must all be within your CVC words because it says CVC words. Note that this can be replicated for grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, and 6, whatever class. But the strength and the weight of the word depends on what you want to achieve in your language, your English language learning. So the first here, we see a hat. The child picks this, places it here, and here he goes, ah, t. This is for blending. He goes, ah, t. He has identified the sounds, and then he looks for the, puts it, oh no, puts it here, and he goes for the ah, puts it here, and he goes for the t, puts it here. That is building the word. And then he picks his marker and draws a heart. It doesn't matter how beautiful or how not so good the drawing looks. As much as the child is handling a pen, he's building his writing skills. That's the most important thing. The process is much more important than the result. Yes. So here, the child gets to write the HAT, heart. At, heart. You write it here. So you can make these cards so as many as the number of pupils in your class. You share them in the class once you want to read, and then they are picking pictures, they are adding up the pictures. If you can't afford to have this in your class, again, print out multiple sounds like your R. You can have them 5 or 10 or 15, as many. Your B, R to Z, all of your sounds. Print them out, laminate them tiny. You can do them on colored papers to make them fun. I am all for giving fun learning on a budget. It doesn't have to be expensive. So if you can't get all of these, print them, laminate them, cut them out, and value them, cherish them in the class, keep them safe, and they will all put these words together. So this is all to let those words that are looking terrible in the books jump out and let them look, oh, they are actually not as hard as they look, and the child is reading. So I have something here for the bigger classes. You can make these containers, hang them on the wall. When you have some words you want them to learn that have to be with some consonant blends or some vowel blends, you simply just stick them, write them on your popsicles, hang them in. The child can just be passing, he picks, he looks at it, and he blends it, he pronounces it, he spells it.